Coming up on Spartan Sports Report.
Michigan State football hosted Nebraska on their senior day.
The men's soccer team opened up Big Ten tournament play versus Ohio State.
And MSU volleyball hosted two opponents in the Breslin Center this weekend.
Hello and welcome to the Spartan Sports Report. I'm Owen Ozust.
And I'm Maren Klein. There were a lot of big Michigan State victories this week, Owen. And let's start it off inside Spartan Stadium.
On Saturday, MSU football celebrated senior day as they took on the Cornhuskers, who were tied for first in the West. It was the last game at Spartan Stadium for the season, and Michigan State was looking to snap a 6-game losing streak in the process. First quarter, MSU already up 3-0. Jaden Mangum picks off Heinrich Harburg for his team-leading 4th interception of the season. In the second quarter, Nebraska leading 7-3. Keaton Hauser finds Kristen Fitzpatrick for an 11-yard touchdown to give the Spartans a 10-7 lead. Early in the fourth, MSU leading 13-10. Sam Levitt comes in and throws a dart to Montori Foster Jr. for a touchdown, putting the Spartans up 20-10. Later in the fourth, Khalil Majid grabs MSU's second interception of the day and his first of the year. The defense was fantastic, finishing with 3 turnovers as the Spartans go on to win 20-17. The win was the first of Harlan Barnett's tenure as MSU's interim head coach, as well as their first conference win. Michigan State returns to action on Saturday as they travel to the Shoe to take on the first-place Ohio State Buckeyes.
3-seed Michigan State opened Big Ten tournament play on Friday against 6-seed Ohio State into Martin Stadium. With no action in the first half, we start the 54th minute mark where Buckeye freshman Andre Roberts gathered a rebound and kicked in the game's lone goal. Spartan goalkeeper Zach Kelly kept the deficit at 1, making the save off the shot from Luciana Pacoda in the 85th minute. Sophomore Jeremy Sharp's goal kick was deflected by Ohio State goalkeeper Peter Van Uyen. With 20 seconds left, Jake Spadafora attempted to tie the game. That shot goes wide left. Michigan State battled at the end but were unable to put the ball back in the net. The Buckeyes advance to the semifinals where they will take on number 2 Penn State. Now earlier in the day, sophomore Spartan Jonathan Stout was named to the All-Big Ten first team. Sophomores Jeremy Sharp and Jake Spadafora were named to the second team, and senior Jack Zuge made the sportsmanship team. The Spartans will now wait until Monday to see if they receive an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament.
The women's basketball team welcomed Davenport University to the Breslin Center on Thursday for their first and only exhibition of the season. The Spartans didn't waste any time getting things going in this matchup as they opened with a 15-4 lead, spearheaded by this Gabby Elliott steal and score in just the first few minutes of the game. The MSU defense was on full display early as they forced 13 turnovers in the first quarter alone and would finish with a 36-3 advantage in points off of turnovers. One of the newcomers this season is Jocelyn Tate, who would send this one back with authority and then go coast to coast and take the contested shot, which is put back by Gabby Elliott. They controlled the paint the whole game and finished with 56-8 advantage points in the paint. It was a strong performance from MSU as they excelled on both ends of the floor and took care of business in the exhibition 99-46. The Spartans hope for a similar performance on Wednesday as they kick off their regular season at the Breslin Center with the matchup against the Wright State Raiders.
Michigan State volleyball faced off against Iowa Saturday night after coming off a big sweep of the Maryland Terrapins the night before. Taylor Hold'em got off to a fast start in the first set as MSU capitalized off many Iowa mistakes. Hold'em would close the door on the Hawkeyes as the Spartans would easily take set 1 25-11. MSU would continue dominance in the second set, extending their lead to double digits. The offense surged and the Spartans would go on to take a 2-0 lead headed into the third. Now the third set was the most competitive as it included 9 ties and 6 lead changes. Michigan State would go on to score 4 straight points to secure the victory at the Breslin Center. Freshman Taylor Hold'em led the team with 16 kills and an additional 3 digs on the night. The Spartans improved to 16-9 overall and 8-6 in Big Ten play as they will travel to Columbus on Wednesday to face the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Michigan State tennis competed in the Intercollegiate Fall Championship this past week in San Diego, California. Their top doubles pairings of Ozan Barish and Max Sheldon are the second MSU doubles team to compete in the tournament since 1998. In the round of 32 on Wednesday, Bearish and Sheldon split the first sets with South Florida, and then MSU was able to take the tiebreaker set 10-5. Michigan State advanced to the final match against Old Dominion's Cody and Connor Van Scholik to win the championship in 2 sets, 7-5 and 6-3. Bearish and Sheldon are the first players in program history to win an ITA championship. They are both now waiting to see where they stand in the ITA's post-fall rankings on November 15th.
The number 12 Michigan State men's hockey team kicked off its Big Ten campaign on the road against number 13 Ohio State this past weekend. The Spartans shut out the Buckeyes in the first game of the series 6-0 with the help of a pair of goals from Gavin O'Connell and the first collegiate goals from Owen Baker and Tommy Manisto. Friday's game also marked the first career shutout for freshman goalie Trey Augustine, who saved all 34 shots Ohio State sent his way. A very big night for all the freshmen. Now in Game 2, the Buckeyes got on the board first just 11 seconds after the puck drop, but the Spartans continued pressing. O'Connell had another 2-goal game, which moved him to the top of the team in goals alongside Carson Dorwart with 6 each. Freshman Patrick Geary also saw his first collegiate goal in night 2. After a back-and-forth game, MSU secured the 6-4 win and the weekend sweep. This would be the first time MSU swept a Big Ten opponent on the road since 2016. The 12-goal showing lifted Michigan State 1 spot in the national rankings to number 11 before they head into their first Big Ten home series against number 17 Penn State on Friday and Saturday.
The Michigan State wrestling team began their season at the Clarion Open in Pennsylvania this past weekend, with Josh Terrell, Jacob Lee, and Luke Daly making their way to the podium. 8 freshmen made their debuts for the Spartans, and 3 of the team's 2023 NCAA qualifiers returned to the mat. Terrell took 5th in the heavyweight class after falling in the quarterfinal by major decision to Ohio State's Nick Feldman. Lee lost by a 2-point decision in the round of 32, but he won his next 5 matches in the consolation bracket to place 6th at 197. The standout for the Spartans was Daly, who entered the tournament unseeded but fought his way to the semifinals and earned a 4th-place finish in the 197 division. The MSU wrestlers will head back to East Lansing this week, where they will host the Michigan State Open this Saturday.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of the Spartan Sports Report.
Make sure to check out our social media below, as well as the Spartan Newsroom website.
Thank you again, and have a good week, Spartans.